Good afternoon and welcome to another session with me, Vinod James, with Neethu's Academy. So, how are you all? I'm always excited whenever you could see that. Every time when the result pops up, we're always excited because lot of our students are given that pride moment for us. They make their dream a reality, and we are so happy that they go through such a kind of a lot of things that they go through their life, and when they make that thing happy, it's that that we want to be that part of the lovely part of their celebration, isn't it? It's such a joyous moment. Gina, Johnny, good afternoon. So yeah, lot of students. There are a lot of people who are giving us a lot of great results, stunning results, which we have all the time. So thanks to each one of you making Neethu's Academy so proud of having you as a student. Jean Maria, good afternoon. Marinuman, good afternoon. So have you all seen the proud winners who have made their dream a reality? Dula Job, good afternoon. Did you all see? Yes. The whole idea why we give them pictures is to make sure that you also start telling, yeah, I will have that picture. In that picture, I'll have mine as well there. Pavisha, good afternoon, a long time. Siminibu, good afternoon. So all of you are ready to have your pictures there? Yeah, Nibi Jobi, good afternoon. How many of you are ready to have your pictures? How many of you have taken gorgeous pictures of yourself and kept it ready to say that, yes, I have made my dream a reality? Honey Joseph, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon. All of you have made your own pictures, ready for having Rijul Rekha. Good afternoon. Anu Anil, good afternoon. Yes, how many of you have kept your photos ready? Tell me. Lynette Joseph, good afternoon. Lynette, I think I know that name. Anybody attending for the very first time? Anit Korean, good afternoon. Ambili Jino, good afternoon. All of you have kept your photos ready? Tell me. Anju Davis here, good afternoon. എല്ലാവരും നിങ്ങളുടെ ഫോട്ടോ ഒക്കെ എടുത്ത് റെഡി ആയിട്ടിരിക്കുവാണ് to tell the world that I have made my dream a reality. Have you? എടുത്തു വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടോ ഒരു ഫോട്ടോ? So once again, on top of all, from Neethu's family and each one of us, congratulations to all those lovely winners who have made that dream a reality. Lot of new names which is popping up. So if you're new, please do let me know if you're new and where are you from. And why that is important? Because you can see that we have pinned a Telegram link. Okay, so if you're new, please do click that link. That will take you to the official Neethus Academy Telegram page, because we don't want you to go anywhere else, because there are a lot of okay, fair enough, Ambili. I always love when people are also proactive. You should be, isn't it? You should be telling yourself, yeah, I am going to get that. I'm going to achieve that. That's the most important thing. So as I've mentioned, we have two Telegram page. One is the one which you have already had the link. Bessie, good afternoon. The other one is an exclusive reading Telegram group where you have the first-hand information about all the reading materials and all those other insights with regarding to reading. We only have those two groups. We don't have any other group. Okay, why I keep on repeating, as we have seen, some might be deliberate, some might be unknown. We have kept on saying that, please add me in all footnotes, please add me. Maybe some are genuine students, some are fraudulent people. So because when you see and you go follow without even checking, and then they will give you a message saying that, okay, this is the link. Without even double checking, you might fall into the wrong hand. So please be aware of it. That is why whatever that we want on behalf of Neethu's family and Neethu's Academy, whatever we want, we'll come directly and tell that straight. Okay, so we only have two Telegram groups. One is what we have pinned. The other one is an exclusive reading Telegram. We don't have any other groups. Okay, So both the group are free groups. But even though reading, we scrutinize. We don't want all the people because we know that it's an online thing and we have a lot of fraudulent people present everywhere. So in order to avoid such kind of thing, I'm not saying that we will be completely eliminating it, but we're trying to avoid this kind of people. So what we do, we try to double check. Once you are sending a request, our admin will ask you certain details. And after double checking only, we'll be accepting you into that group. So if you have sent your details, give the admin some time because they're working hard because the number of requests is as such that they need some time to check your. Apart from that, we are here for you. We want to be that bridge between you and your dream. As you could see, like yesterday we had, and still the numbers are counting because yesterday there were few who didn't get the results, so we are still waiting. We're still getting certain results. So we are very happy every time when the result comes. It's an honor to see those great scores that each student get. So I hope all of you have seen that. See, the only reason why we keep on posting is to make sure that you are getting that inner, boost. I will also be there one day. Fair enough. Anybody attending for the very first time? Is there anybody like that? Attending for the very first time who is very new? Okay, why I keep on asking is to make sure that you do that support as well to us. Okay. So what is happening with you all is you have to start telling to yourself that, okay, I am going to make my dream a reality. Okay? By seeing them, okay. See, generally, it's all normal people, isn't it? Every student that clears is all normal. Yes, sir, these results boosters. Very good. See, that should boost you. That is the whole idea why we send this. Is to tell to yourself that yes, I can also be that picture. I can also have my picture there, saying, okay, these are my scores, and these will be my scores. That is something that you have to always tell yourself. Very, very, very important. Okay. So since you haven't told me that anybody is new, so I reckon that all of you are or was there with me before. So you know how things work. What are we going to do? And also another important thing, please look into the aspect of if you need some professional touch, we are there for you. And as you can see, we have started our June, July, August admission. Thanks to all the students who have shown that trust in us because we have just closed our May, June, July admission. See, now it is only March, and you could see the amount of trust that our students have in order, and they're willing to wait to get that professional touch. And not only that, we have started n number of other linguistic exams. Okay, as you could see, we have started our, we always had the exams, and we are stepping each to make sure that we come and have that impact in each one of your life. No matter whatever you want, you let us know. We are there to comply. Okay. So I've missed you. Good afternoon. Yeah, it was not deliberate. So please don't feel bad. After Shashi, good afternoon. Daisy Sebastian, good afternoon. Roshni, good afternoon. Soumya Shijo, good afternoon. So very, very, very good afternoon to each one of you again. So welcome to another session. So whatever you want, please do let us know. We are there to help you out. So what are we going to do? Sanju, good afternoon. What are we going to do in here? Every day we are here in front of you. I am here in front of you with reading. Likewise, if you have a problem with listening or if you want to get more insight about listening, Chris sir every day comes in front of you. So that is in Zoom. So the link will be shared in the pinned Telegram page where you can just join. That's also another free class where every day evening he comes in front of you. Okay. So why I keep on telling you this is, see, there are things that you can also do to have an impact on another student's life. Now, how would you do that? Just share the very same link that you're watching in your social media platform. Because there are n number of students who really have a lot of complaint, not complaint, constraints. Okay. So see, why I'm telling you this is when I was talking to one of my students yesterday who cleared. So that student was very much, you're saying something. Generally, we are surrounded by people, and we call ourselves as a social animal. Okay. Although the student was telling the reason why they have to look for different places is to make sure that, at least, you have to have that humanitarian concern. People are, so much behind the other people. They try to do a lot of bad things. See, why do we have to do such bad things? We are all human beings and we live in this very small world for some time. Why don't we make this more better on the aspect of helping each other, being there for somebody rather than hurting them, rather than like doing all those unwanted things? There are a lot of problems that student was, like that student was downpouring on the aspect of telling what are the things that they face. So, as a fellow mate, as a fellow being, the only thing that I request all of you is to make sure that you're becoming a bit more compassionate to the other. If they need that shoulder, please lend that shoulder. Likewise, be that lending shoulder on the aspect of another person's need, not to, humiliate another person, not to, find fault and start teasing and all those things. See, everybody needs support. And you can be also in that very same position. If you do something bad, it will come back to you. That's how you take it. So please ensure that, it's I thought that I'll tell you all. But I know that most of you are not. If you are, it's high time that we change, because everybody, we need each other. Okay, so likewise, why we tell you to share this is also, you might think that why should I? See, why don't you is a question that you should. Why shouldn't you be that impact in another person's life? നമ്മളെ കൊണ്ടാവുന്ന ഹെൽപ്പ് ഒരാൾക്ക് ചെയ്താൽ, course it will get you a lot of, വേറൊന്നും വേണ്ട, there will be a lot of blessing which comes. Okay, knowingly or unknowingly, that has a great impact. So if you feel that yes, you are ready to make that impact or a change in another person's life, the small request that we have is to make sure that you share the very same link. Or if you are not yet subscribed, not yet like that, please do, because that will also in turn gives us that morale booster to come up with all those things, that whatever that we are doing. And that is the way that we gauge on the aspect. Okay, നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന ഓരോ കാര്യവും നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നുണ്ട്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അതൊരു ബെനിഫിറ്റ് ആണ് എന്ന് തോന്നുന്നത്, ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് അബൌട്ട് ദാറ്റ് ലൈക്ക് that support that you give us. Okay, so it's not just us. See, we want to make sure that all of us together make this, the whole thing, into a big thing for each one of us. അപ്പോൾ അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഈ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറയുന്നത്, because there are a lot of students who have a lot of problem. I'm not saying that nobody in this world is not without any problem. Everybody have their own problems. അല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ അവർക്കൊരു just that lending hand, that is very important. Okay, because the world out there, people always say it is bad. Why can't we start changing it, is the next question that I put to you. We always expect the other person to change, isn't it? Why can't we change this first question? Okay, just a thought, because that student told me a lot of things. So that student also wanted me to tell this to each one of you, because see, please be aware of it. We are going into countries where we have nobody else, and we always rely on our nationality or the very same place where we always rely on. But the problem is, no matter whom we think that they can help us, will be the first person to hit you. So just always try to be that change. I'm a person who believes that nobody can't change is not something. Everybody can change. But you have to have that thing into you, saying that, okay, I can be that change, and then expect the other person to change. Be that change, the other person will automatically change. Right? So just a thought. Thank you for hearing. Now coming back to what we are always doing. So we'll be doing two things in here. രണ്ട് കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് നമ്മളോട് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത്. ഒന്ന് ഒരു part B question, and the other one is a part A question. Part A question, which I've already shared. Okay, that is an exclusive Neethus Academy material. Okay, that's things that we want to make sure that we are trying to be that change. We hope that you are all being benefited. Okay, and the only way that we could assess whether you're benefited is the support that you give us. That's the only reason. Okay, in part B, every day part B will come right in front of you in no time, and where you will have a timer also. You'll have to do that part B in that stipulated period of time. Do not tell me the answer. I'll ask you what is the answer, when to type the answer. After that, you can type. You just have to, once you complete it, just tell me that you have done or completed. That is enough. Okay, there you have the question. Please do complete the question and then we will discuss. That's the time, isn't it? Time just goes very quickly. So there are a few names that I've missed again. So very good afternoon. Text is blurred, sir, not able to read. Anybody else did face that problem? I didn't feel that it was blurred, but again, Ambali done, Sanju done, Anju done, Lynette done. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I want all of you to come and see. These are all the things that you have to start telling yourself. Okay? This is where you bring that change in yourself. Merinumindan, Nathirashashidan, Anjudevasyadan, Anit Kuryandan, Sanju C from Laspara. Sanju is always a step ahead, isn't it? Good enough. Sanju is saying the answer is C. How about others? What is your answer and where you got the answer? Yeah? Betsy done, Simi done, Manju Marita done, Jyoti Vishnu done, Rijul Rekha done, Merin Bibin done, Bhavisha done. Okay, fair enough. Sheena done, Honey Joseph done, Rijul B. Okay, fair enough. Neethu Binoy B. Where did you get? Merin Bibin, C from last sentence, okay. Merinum and B. It's a okay, I'm happy because at least there are two answers which is popping up. Good. Siminibu B, Ambilijinu B. Where did you get B? Where did you get C? C, I know. Okay, there you go. See, this is the important thing, isn't it? Manju Merita B from last para, Anit B from last para, Anuti Jo B. Fina Paul, a new name, Fina. If you're new, please do let me know where you're from, yeah? Jean Maria B from last sentence, Jyoti Vishnu B, Anju Sijin B from last para. See, why I keep on asking, this is the whole thing, isn't it? We in Neethu's Academy always want to be that change, but we're not going to impose everything on the aspect of, oh, okay, this is what it is. We want to come through you to make sure that you're being corrected. Atira Shashi B, Sheena B, Neethu Binoy from third paragraph. Okay. Atira Shashi B last para. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Even though not all of you have commented, but yeah, there are a few who have commented already. Right. So now, although, yeah, most of you have given me the answers, Bhavishabi, okay, fair enough. And the other thing is also nice, whenever that your name pops up, you see all these emblems which is there. So that shows that how much of a support that you're giving. So if you have not yet subscribed, if you have not yet liked, if you are not yet following us, please do. That will give us a morale booster, because we would know that, okay, you are there to support us and you are benefited of what we are doing, and you will not miss anything that we are posting as well. Right, fair enough. Now all of you have given whatever that you felt that it was the answer. If you feel that any more answers that you have to, please feel free to type, because we are here to change, bring that, evolve you into a way to find the answers. Okay, if it is right, we are happy that you're finding the answers. That's how we take it. Yeah, good enough. Now this question will be there on the screen. Shija EG, good afternoon. Now, when you're doing part B, even though it's the second task that you will do after part A, part B is very simple, to be very precise. Short one, 6 questions, multiple choice question, 3 answers. And what are we going to do? Part B. Part B generally is very easy. The first and the foremost important thing, do read the question, underline the keywords in the question, understand the question. Very, very, very important. Either chayida, most of the answers would be right. I'm not saying that that's the only thing that will happen, but നമ്മൾ question വേണം നമ്മൾ ആൻസർ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ പാസ് ബിയിലും എല്ലാം. അപ്പൊ ഇവിടെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ എന്താ പറയുന്നത്? The policy extracts states that doctors and specialists who visit the hospital must. അപ്പൊ ഈ must എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് വേർഡാണ്. അപ്പൊ ആരാണ് ഇവര് ഹോസ്പിറ്റൽ വിസിറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നവർ? ഉറപ്പായിട്ടും മസ്റ്റ് എന്തോ ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യണം. എന്താണ് എന്നുള്ളത് മാത്രമാണ് ഇനി നമുക്കറിയാം. അപ്പൊ 3 ഓപ്ഷൻ. അപ്പൊ ഈ മസ്റ്റിനെ നോട്ടിഫൈ ചെയ്യുന്നതായിരിക്കും. അപ്പൊ അതിന് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനോട് ചേർത്ത് വേണം വായിക്കാൻ. സോ യു ഹാവ് ടു ലിങ്ക് വിത്ത് ദി ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ, സിങ്ക് വിത്ത് ദി ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഓൾസോ. Now what is option A saying? Wait for the emergency officer to provide advice on safety procedure. So when they enter the hospital, what should they do? They should wait for advice. Okay, now is that what is said in the given extract? Or option B, it says follow instructions of the area warden and the emergency officer. Here the keywords are follow instruction. First one, wait for advice. Second one is follow instruction. And third one is listen to the emergency officer until warden arrives. So there is a rule which is saying listen only till who arrives? Somebody else has arrived. So there is a condition there. Now after this, you're going to go to the passage. You can do 2 ways, okay? I am just following what I do because I want to know what I'm searching for. So I go after reading the question, underlining the keywords in the question, I go underline the keywords in the answer option, then I pick it up from the passage. If you want to read the passage and then pick an answer from the given option, you can, no problem. Okay, now let's go into the passage. Do not skip anything. Yeah, even the heading does play a pivotal role. So emergency response procedure. So it is talking about an emergency response procedure where in the hospital. So what are they saying? We are committed to ensuring a safe environment and appropriate emergency preparedness for our visiting doctors. So the whole idea is to make sure that we are committed. We are here to protect or give you the most appropriate surrounding everything. So it's slightly pointing, okay, what is things that is going to be done. Now, in the event of an internal emergency, now comes the question. So we are here to give you the best possible thing and we are here to safeguard you. Now, in the case of emergency, the person in charge has legal authority to direct all parties. Now, clearly it is saying all parties means every one of the person who's entering the hospital. Who is there? They are saying there is a person who is in charge, who have the legal authority. That means all the authority to direct you. So what is that? You should follow. Slightly pointing into B, not confirming it here. Initially, now they are coming and bringing the context. Initially, the person in charge will be area warden. So initially, who is the person responsible? Initially, they are saying it is the area warden who is responsible, who will be identified by yellow hat or vest. So they are saying, okay, if in the case of emergency, if you see a person wearing a yellow hat or the vest, that is the area warden who is the sole. That means that spur of the moment. That means initially at the first, he will be responsible. And once the emergency officer arrives, the scene, they will support the area warden. So who is there? Then there is another people also coming. Emergency officer also comes to the scene because it might be delayed, isn't it? Initially, so the first time the person who is responsible will be the emergency officer. Then the area warden also will be assisted. So option C. Now see, listen to the emergency officer until the area warden arrives. No, it is the other way around which is mentioned, isn't it? Initially, who is in charge? It is the area warden. Then you have the emergency officer also arriving. He's not replacing the area warden. He's just assisting the area warden. That means both together. Okay. So option C is a straight eliminator, isn't it? It's not listen to the emergency officer until area warden arrives. The first person is whom? Area warden, is it? The other way around. Understood? So the option C is eliminated. Now reading further, the emergency officer is identified by white hat. So they're just showing the difference between the area warden and the emergency. Area warden yellow hat, emergency officer white hat. So everybody on site, now the third paragraph saying everybody on site, no matter how senior, whether it is doctor, specialist, so no matter how senior you are legally required. That means you are legally bound. That means you are bound to follow directions of the area warden or emergency officer. So they're clearly saying you can be anybody, but in the case of emergency, you are to follow the instructions given by both these people. It can be the area warden or it can be the emergency officer. So it's a very straight answer to say that it is B, follow the instruction of the area warden or emergency officer. Now, therefore, the primary role of visiting specialist is in an internal emergency is to follow instruction of those in charge. So who are in charge? There are two people in charge, one area warden, another one emergency officer. So whatever, whoever, however, whatever the position, you are to follow these two people. So wait for emergency officer to provide advice on safety procedure. No, they're not telling you to wait. You simply follow. It's not at all mentioned in the paragraph. Understood how you got the answer? Any doubts? Don't be, why do you sweat? That is why Neethus Academy is there for you, isn't it? We are here to make sure that we bring that change in you. We definitely want to bring that change and we want to see that change in you. Anshudevasya, dancing, keep on dancing. Any doubts? Merit, yes. Understood, sir. Thank you, Bessie. Fair enough. This is what we love on the aspect. You know, even though it's a virtual classroom, because I could literally see every one of you in front of me. So I want all of you to comment. The way that you're going to comment, the way that you're going to, you know, give us all those valuable feeds. That is where we can get a gauge out of. How Shiju? No, sir. Okay. Rijul, no, sir. No doubt. Fair enough. Thank you. So as you have started saying no doubt, my next task is to make sure that to see Anu clear, fair enough. Sheba clear, fair enough, good. So tell me, what is today's part A material? How you felt about the material? Because we always mold from what you say. Babisha clear. Nibi Jobi, now clear. Okay, fair enough. I'm happy that you're able to get into that. Roshni Jitan, clear. Fair enough. Honey Joseph understood. Good enough. Sanju 1 to 7 tricky. Okay, fair enough. Jyoti Vishnu, clear. Very good. So these are all something that, we take that pride in saying that, okay, whatever that we are going to come, not what we, literally what we come in front of you is to make sure that we become that impact into you. We are happy that you're all making the most out of it, and you're making it better as well. Tularemia. A few questions were challenging. Okay, Bessie, fair enough. Tularemia. Tularemia. That's how you pronounce it. Or you can say tularemia. Both ways you can say. Yeah? Anjusigen, moderate. Okay, fair enough. So I hope all of you have done the material. Yeah? How many of you have done the material? All of you have done the material? Yeah? I hope you have done. Yeah? Part B, which answer is correct? B. B for Bravo. Follow the instruction. Ambilijanu, moderate. Sanju Shine, done. Saumya, yes. Jean Maria, done. Very good, very good. Keep it up. Saumya Shijo, done. Anju Sijin, yes. So these are all the prominent people that I always love to read the names. You know, these are all people who keep myself busy by giving them their valid comments. Anju Devasi, done. Neethu Binoy, done. Jyoti Vishnu, done. Anu Anil, done. Hani Joseph, done. Good. So few insight I got. Tricky, moderate, okay. Some questions challenging. Manju teacher done. Roshni Jitin done. Bhavisha done. Anit Korean done. Right. Now let's go into part A. Rijul, I have not done. I can understand. Hey, please, when you are not done, okay, what you can do is do the material and then see the answers. Or else what happens is you'll get the answers and then you will not have a problem. Manju Marisa, thank you on duty. I missed the answer part. No problem, Manju. Thank you very much for keep asking. I always love a student when that student asks about, isn't it? That's more important. You have to come up with those answers. If you have a doubt, if you are not clear about something, you have the privilege to ask. You are always at right because you are here for a purpose, isn't it? No problem at all. So let's go into tularemia answers, and I'm going to fire the answers before. How many of you say that you will get 20 out of 20? Let me see that. 20 out of 20, anybody? No? I hope all of you will get that. Yeah. Now let's go into questions. So, not sure. See, first and the foremost thing, you have to tell yourself, I will get, because you have written 20 answers. You always imagine that 20 are right. Okay, very good, Bessie. I love those words, especially that two word, I will. Very, very, very important. Anju Devasya, you will. Very good. Anju Sijin will. Very nice. Good. I always love. I hope. No hope, Manju. You have to say, I will. Okay, then one day you will definitely read that. Okay, fair enough. Now, if you are new, if you don't know what to do, how to do part A, we have done an exclusive video on part A, how to improve your scores and what to do on part A. Please do watch that. Now we'll go into 1 to 7, which is match the following question, where you are expected to write only the appropriate letter A, B, C, or D. Right, I have missed few who are confident enough. Anu and Jyoti Vishnu, good enough. Now let's go into part A. Underlining keywords is very important. So the strategy is skimming and scanning. So after skimming through the text, you're going to go underline the keywords in the question. So what measures should be taken for the hidden attacks from the disease? So very specifically, measures hidden attack disease. Now where are they talking about? Hidden attacks. That is where the problem is, isn't it? There's a word called covert attack. That is where that hidden attack is paraphrased. Okay. So where do you get this covert attack? Covert attack is there in text D. So the answer is D. Okay. Covert means that cannot be easily noticed. That's why hidden attack. Yeah. So that is what the answer is. Good enough. I get to see a lot of new names, but nobody has still told me that you're new. Quite surprised. Yeah. Question number 2. Gradual plight of the kidneys if people are exposed to disease. So very specifically asking gradual plight exposed to disease. So where are they talking about this gradual plights and all? So you should know that it is talking somewhere where it should be, if you don't remember, okay, if you don't understand, gradual plight, where are they talking about? I don't know. But where is it talking about kidney and exposed to disease? So kidney, there's one thing called renal failure. So why? Complication can occur, including meningitis and then septic shock and renal failure. That's what is happening in kidney. So the answer is C. Question 3. Different physiological difficulties result from ways of submission of disease. So physiological, something to do with your physique. What are they happening? Where are they happening? It is all said in where? Text C again, because it is painful, swollen limb, neck, fever, muscle, joint aches, and all those things. So the answer is again C. Question 4. Instance that demands on reconfirmation of existence of F tolerances in blood. So F tolerances is the very most prominent keyword. So where are they talking about? It's as that's mentioned in B, isn't it? So it's clearly saying blood sample demands reconfirmation, existence, look for signs, might see if. So the answer is B. Question 5. Various mode of transmission of disease. So mode of transmission, where are they talking about different agents that can transfer? It's as such mentioned in the very first paragraph of text A, because it's saying rodents, logomorphs, aerogenic exposure, ingestion, contaminated food. So all those things are mentioned in A. Question 6. Drugs to be followed after subjecting to disease. So drugs followed. So where are they talking about all these drugs to be followed? So the drugs are as such mentioned under treatment, isn't it? Prophylaxis is all mentioned in D. So the answer is D. The ultimate question for first 1 to 7. Where do we notice 0 cases of surge of disease? So where are they talking about 0 cases? So 0 cases, whereas nearby rural parts of country may be completely free. So that means 0 cases. So it's as such mentioned in A. So please be kind enough to tell me what are your total scores in out of 1 to 7. In the meantime, we'll go to 8 to 14, which are called short answer question, where you're expected to write. It can be as simple as that of a word, a number, a combination of both, or a short phrase. Question 8. The specimen to be taken for conducting biopsy in case of large ulcers. So where are they talking about biopsy? The only place where they talk about biopsy is B. So you should be able to get this. So go to B. Where is the place? The answer is, if you have a larger lymph node or ulcers, you may provide, your provider may take sample of your tissue for biopsy. So the answer is tissue. I could see a lot of 7 out of 7. Absolutely good enough. Keep it up, keep it up. Good, good, good. Question number 9. Who are listing the bioterrorism threats of the subtypes of type A, type B bacterium of tularemia? So bioterrorism, where are they talking about bioterrorism? Is as such mentioned in text A again. Who is doing that? It's the Center for Disease Control. So the answer is Center for Disease Controls. It's a 4-word answer. CENTER for FOR DISEASC CONTROLS with an apostrophe. Question 10. The proficient medication for the disease that has to be administered with a specific time band. So clearly medication administered time. So where are they talking about this time? It's clearly mentioned in text D, isn't it? You're talking about treatment there, or prophylaxis. Post-exposure antibiotics most effective when given within 24 hours of exposure. So the answer is post-exposure antibiotics. So it's a 2-word answer, post-exposure, EXPOSURE ANTIBIOTICS. So the answer is clear. You have to write with the hyphen. Do replicate as such mentioned in the paragraph. Question 11. The difficulty arises due to swelling of lining of the brain and spinal cord is called. So clearly difficulty, swelling, brain, spinal cord. Where are they talking about? Is as such mentioned in text C, the very last sentence. Complication occur including meningitis. So the answer for all these things is meningitis, MENINGITIS. Very good. Now question 12. The receiving cell to which the bacterium F tolerances act upon. So what is the receiving cell? So where are they talking about all these receiving cells? Is as such mentioned in text A. All the keywords are there. F. tularensis is a facultative intracellular pathogen, and its primary mammalian target cell is, the answer is mononuclear phagocyte. So mononuclear Question 13. Presence of which condition should be observed for the recognition of secret attacks from the disease? So very specifically, I told you secret attack. Where are they talking about? It should be somewhere in text D again. So what is that? If covert attack, observe for development of disease for fever for 14 days. So what should be the condition? The condition is fever, Fever. Question 14. What is on all sides of the lungs which makes one to perform thoracentesis? So the answer is all side lungs. What is there? This is there in pleural fluid test. Thoracentesis is as such mentioned under there. So it's in B. If you have fluid, so what should be there? Fluid. Fluid is the answer. Now that wraps up 14. Now for the final stint of fill in the blanks question, where you're expected to fill in with the most appropriate words. It can be as simple as that for an article as well. If the article is needed, you have to write the article. Answers can be a word, number, combination of both, or a short phrase. Question 15. The exposure of the disease through dash may lead to the painful and swollen draining lymph glands. So where are they talking about? Is as such mentioned under text C, symptoms, and ulcer at the bite side with painful and swollen draining lymph gland, usually if exposed through skin. So exposure of the disease through skin is the answer, SKIN. Question 16. The blood sample which is taken from the dash is given to the lab for the evaluation of signs of the disease. So very specifically it is asking you blood sample taken from. So where is the blood test done? It's there in B. So you have to go and see, okay, blood test. A sample of blood taken from your arm, ARM is the answer. Question 17. Less than dash are causing severe disease in both humans and animals due to its highly infectious nature. So less than, severe, both or human animal, highly infectious. So where are they talking about? All these things are as such mentioned in text A. It's highly infectious, less than 10 organisms causing severe disease in both human and animal. So the answer is 10 organisms. You should not put a less than sign because less than is already there. Not 10. See, 10 is not complete, isn't it? If you write 10, it's not right. Why? It's not complete. 10 organisms. So the answer is a two-word answer, 10 organisms. Merin Bibin, correct. The answer is organisms as well. Question 18. The sample of tissue may be collected from an individual if he is having a dash or large lymph node. So very specifically, sample collected and. So when the word and is there, the article and is there, you can be rest assured that the following word, the ensuing word will be a vowel sounded word. So large lymph node, where are they talking about all these? It's there in biopsy. If you have a large lymph node or ulcers, so if you have an ulcers, if you write it's wrong because and will definitely follow with a singular one. So ulcer, ULCER is the answer. Very good. Question 19. Dash is unknown for the attenuated vaccine that are viewed under FDA. So very specifically, FDA is the most important keyword. Where is it in FDA? It's there somewhere in text D. So dash. Availability is unknown. Availability is uncertain. So the answer is a one-word answer, AVAILABILITY. The ultimate question for today. Other factors along with the dash of F. tularensis clearly determines the sign and symptoms of tularemia. So signs and symptoms, where is it? It's there in text C. So where are all these keywords? The signs and symptoms depends on the site of entry. So it's a three-word answer, site of entry, SITEOFENTRY. I have wrapped my 20. It's high time that you start telling me what are your total scores. Few I know. See, the most important thing that I notice is when you are not sure about your answers, you tell them right there. Don't be like that. See if it is right, wrong, no problem. You should write, yeah. Bessie 18, very good, Bessie, keep it up. Manju Merita 19, excellent, keep it up, very, very good. Soumya Shijo 19, very, very, very good, keep it up. Jean Maria, stunning, 20 out of 20, very, very good, excellent, keep it up. Jishnu 17, very good. Bhavisha 19, good enough, keep it up, excellent. Marin Bibin 18, very, very good, keep, good, good, good. Ambili 17, excellent. Gmo 19, very good, keep it up. Anju Devasya 19, very, very good, keep it up, good, good, good. Honey Joseph 18, excellent, keep it up. Neethu Binoy 18, excellent, keep it up. Anju Tijo 17, excellent. See, I want all of you to comment. See, it's not about any other reason for yourself. Yeah, you have to come out of that comfort zone. Anit Korean 16, very good, keep it up. Roshni 18, Nibi 16, Shiva Kuryako 17, Anu Anil 16, very, very, very good, keep it up. Good, good, good. So Siminibu 16, any doubts that you want me to clarify? Anything that you're not sure about or anything that you want me to intervene into? Anything like that? I'm sure that you don't have. Still, if you feel so, please do let me know. Anything? Donna 14. Do not worry, Donna. I always respect each one of you as an individual. So you don't worry about 14. As long as you say 14, I appreciate that. That's the courage that you need. Because from today, you'll start seeing the growth in you. You have to validate whatever that you are and then grow with that. Soumya, thank you so much. Pleasure. So as you have started saying thank you, I will also say thank you so much for giving us another opportunity, and thank you once again for all the students who have cleared and made us proud of you all. So congratulations to all our winners. Until I see you tomorrow, adios from me. God bless you all. Take care.